All right, welcome back. This will be our first virtual lab, if you will. Then this one's going to be on copper recovery. So if you want to do this lab as your lab, just print out the lab report. I'll kind of do everything here so you can write things down as you see it and work through the questions. I'm going to probably have to try and pick up the phone and do a few things. We'll attempt a time lapse, so let's see how it goes. All right, first off, let's take a look at our materials. So, we have our iron filings here. Now, granted, the thing says to look at it under a dissecting scope, but the iron filings, you should be able to get a good feel for the color and kind of what they look like, size, etc. And sorry, but can't see from that angle. We also have copper sulfate here. Now, this is in its larger crystal form, and typically what we do is we grind it up. In the lab, you already have it grinded up for you, and then we have put it into this mixture. I've just gone ahead and dissolved it out for you. All right. Of course, yeah, now you got to see all the aspect of my garage turned into film studio. But so we have our copper sulfate already in solution, have the iron filings worked out here, and you should have a sketch. We're going to add the iron filing. Now I have a little more than I need. It says about 25 milliliters. Should go into here. After this, I'm going to go and get gloves. I've handled it before, but when we go to get it out, I might get some on me. It's not really deadly stuff, but all the same, you don't want to get it in your eyes or eat it. Not that we should be touching our face anyway. But, all right. So, have our copper sulfate in here. I'm going to try and set the phone up into a time lapse after this. So, I'm going to go ahead and dump this in, pause the video, set it up under time lapse so we can watch it for 10 minutes, and we'll go from there. So. All right, it's been 10 minutes, so let's take a look at what we have. So this was our original solution, and this is what it looks like after the 10 minutes. Now, the directions say to pour it on, to filter it through. So I've kind of got a cotton pad here. I've kind of got my glasses and gloves at this point because this is where I'm likely to get some on myself if I'm not careful. But there we go. We have some poured out filter, so what's kind of left, so we can see color change of the liquid. A lot went out. Let's put some iron filings down here as well. And let me get the phone and show you kind of close up best I can, and let me see if I can flip. No, I can't flip it while I'm filming. So, all right, so this is the original. Let's see if I can get it where it's not getting in the light. So here's the original, and here is what we have just pulled out. So we're kind of looking at the obvious color change between what we started with and what we wound up with. So it goes through. You're going to remove your iron filings, you strain them, etc., and we're taking a look. So you can kind of draw a sketch from the before and the after to take a look at what we have. So this is the process. We started off with the copper sulfate iron. Now it's a double reaction, double displacement reaction. So the copper or the iron goes in the copper sulfate, but what I now have here is iron sulfate. The copper got pulled out. This blue color is distinctive of copper typically in a solution. So the copper got pulled out and gets replaced, so now I have a solution of iron sulfate left in here. Go through your questions before, talking about what was happening, what were the evidence of, or at least signs of a chemical reaction. When you get down to the bottom one, it talks about, shows you the actual chemistry for the reaction that occurred. But it talks about, do copper and iron have the same density? So we wouldn't necessarily use the same masses to get it out, but take a look and answer those best you can. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the virtual lab. Take care, and we'll see you next time.